Hey everyone, it's Rick Theriault, your Maine real estate guide, and today I'm on location at 129 Ledge Hill Road here in the town of Corinth. And my wife and I have an exciting property coming to market, and with that I'm going to let Nancy introduce the property, and then I'll come back and we'll take a closer gander at the interior of this. So take it away, Nance.
Hi, this is Nancy Theriault from Keller Williams. Today we're going to give you a tour of a brand new listing that we have coming to market. It's located at 129 Ledge Hill Road in Corinth, Maine. This property is coming to market at $375,000. It's three bedrooms, 2 baths, and about 2,200 square feet. Has a 3+ car garage, and additionally has a large workshop that's detached. That's about 2,900 square feet. There's over 500 feet of road frontage here at this property. It's very private. It's on a quiet country road. Has a private well and has its own septic system with a leach field. So this is a great environment if you are interested in living close enough to Bangor or to Newport, but want to live in the country. It's only a 30-minute commute, and likewise about 20 minutes from Newport and 20 minutes from Dover Foxcroft. The structure is a log home. It was built in 1983. I'm not sure exactly when the garage and breezeway was added. The main house has a metal roof. That was done in 2007. The garage, along with the breezeway, has shingles, and that was just done this February 2025. There's a lot of perennial plantings all around. There's a couple of peach trees as well. It's early spring here, it's just starting to green up. There's lots of mature trees. Has a fenced-in backyard as well, which is perfect if you have pets. The whole yard's not fenced in, just enough so that you have an area for them to go out. The septic system is right in this area right here. Actually, I think it's right here. Here it is right here. This is the septic. These are the peach trees. So this is the back side of the house, and this is a very nice oasis with a nice gravel backyard with a mixture of your grass. There's a nice hot tub that was installed here in 2021, and it's a 4 to 6 person hot tub. This area here has been used in the past for a garden, so it's a great garden spot. It gets a good amount of sun throughout the day, and also it's close enough to your house where you can run your hose from there to water your garden, which is also very, very nice. And this is all fenced in to keep out animals, but it also, if you have pets, will keep your pets safe and keep your pets in. You can see it has a little deck that comes out from the house, but it's just a nice little private oasis. And it also has a door that goes directly into the garage from there, so it's very, very convenient. As you look around, you'll see that there's plenty of mature trees in this yard. As I said, the house was built in 1983. So it's been here for a while, and so it's just a very pleasant place to be. As it gets a little bit warmer and the trees start to bud out, you're going to see a lot more leaves. But there's all different types of trees on this property, providing an incredible amount of privacy for this particular property. The driveway is large, and so you can host a lot of people here, or if you had your own business and you wanted to run your own business from here, there's a great opportunity for that as well. Just as a side note, the shop, which is about 2,900 square feet, it has two 200 amp services in there for electricity, and it also has two commercial grade heat pumps. Now there also is a door that's inside that is like a big truck door that was not removed, so that could be used again as well. There's a lot of potential here. That particular building is on its own electrical service too, so it's separate from the house. So that's good if you're looking to run a business from your home. Lots of space in that building. So here you can see the garages that are attached to the house. You don't just have one, but you have 3 for cars, and then 1 additional that you could use for storage, or your ATV or your snowmobile or lawnmower, whatever you want could be in that last bay there. What's really neat about this whole area is it's very close to Bangor. Within a half an hour you can be in Bangor, you can be in Dover, you can be about 5 or 10 minutes right into Corinth. Corinth is about 3,000 people that live in this community. It's primarily a farming community and also a bedroom community for the Bangor area. So in town here there is a grocery store, there is a hardware store, Family Dollar, and some other smaller businesses and gas stations and everything. But if you go into Bangor, it's a full service with all your hospitals, healthcare, and car dealerships, garages, so on and so forth. So, and then if you don't want to go all the way into Bangor, but you want to hop onto I-95, you can leave here and go right down this road here, and it's going to bring you out into Newport, which is about 15-20 minutes from here, and you cut off like 30 minutes of your drive if you were to go into Bangor. So it's very conveniently located, and I consider it pretty much central Maine. But in terms of the feel, you're in the country. So if you were down the road a little bit, you're going to find somebody who's got horses, someone else who has cows, and people who are growing potatoes and corn and other products. So you've got that good country feel, but yet you're close to everything. Bangor International Airport is about 18 miles away, so it's about 20-25 minutes from here, which is very convenient as well, because it is an international airport. But even though I say that, it's a small, convenient airport in terms of parking and in terms of getting in and out. So there's a lot to offer in this particular area of central Maine.
So I'm standing inside the garage at 129 Ledge Hill Road, and this is a really exciting property, and this appeals to me on so many levels. So we'll hit a few of those. But this log home with this large attached garage is coming to market at $375,000, and it's situated on a lot that's 2.45 acres in size. It's a nice country setting. This is a great place. When you drive here to this property, you go through the quiet countryside of Corinth, and you see a mixture of country homes and farm fields, and these April showers that are happening today are really greening up the fields. It's getting quite nice. So let's take a close look at this. We're going to start in the garage, and we'll head inside the house here in a bit. But I really like all the garage space, all the storage that's available here at this property, directly attached to the home. And there's the entrance going into the main house off of the garage. Is this large 3-car garage, and there was an additional 1-car bay added after the original garage was built. I'm not sure what the timeline was when that happened, but you've got another large bay over here, the garage door, for more storage. At one time there was a outdoor wood boiler that was housed inside of here. That's been removed, and so this is just a great place to store your boat, store your ATV, store stuff. But there's nearly 1,300 square feet of garage space attached to this roughly 2,300 square foot home. And then in addition to that, and we'll get to that separate building in a bit, across the parking lot there's a huge shop building that's nearly 2,900 square feet in size. And it is heated. It's got its own 200 amp service, and I believe it's got two dual 200 amp services. So you could do a lot of things. And as you're watching this video, if you were to live at this property, what would you do with a 2,900 square foot shop? Would you have, if it were me, I'd have a lift in there, and I might get back to when I was in high school. I was kind of a gearhead. I had an old Camaro, and I used to turn wrenches on that quite often, as you did with the old muscle cars. And I'd probably have another one, or a project car or two, because there's plenty of room in there. But what would you do with it? So the attached garage has high ceilings. They got to be at least 10 feet high here, so there's plenty of clearance for full-size pickup trucks, even with a utility rack on it. You'd have no trouble at all. There's plenty of clearance to put large trucks and large automobiles in here. There is storage above. We'll take a gander at that in a bit. So let's head up the stairs. So going up the stairs, there's no lighting above the garage. You could add it, but there's none here currently. But there's just lots of storage space. You have to be careful. These boards that are laid down on the stringers, they're not nailed down, so you don't want to step on the end of a board, because you might go for a ride. But the entire second floor of the 3-car attached garage is just open for storage. So let's head back downstairs and then head into the house. So you enter into an area that, like many New England homes, kind of a mudroom area. It's got nice vinyl plank flooring, place to take off your boots before you head into the main house. And this is just a lovely home. It was built in several sections, so it was added on to, and I don't have the complete timeline, but anyway, it flows pretty well. So off of this large mudroom area, and there's kind of your main entrance. Many homes have a main entrance, but most people come in through the garage. I don't quite understand that, but that's just the way it is. So let's head into the house proper. So this little area here, kind of a hallway, and then you can see the kitchen area ahead of you. And over here, this was an addition, kind of a sunroom addition that was added after the main structure was built. And this as well. It has the vinyl plank flooring down, and there's a lot of windows, a lot of light. In this area here, the heating of this house is provided by a hot water baseboard or boiler, but in this section here, instead of baseboard, you have radiant in the floor. So you get radiant heat out here. Now the folks that are selling this 3-bedroom, 2-bath house have it configured with a couple of offices and 2 bedrooms currently. They're utilizing this area as one of their workstations, and what a spacious office this is. A lot of natural light. You can look through the windows into the dining room area and see what's going on in there. But if you have the possibility of working from home, this is a great place to be able to work from home in a nice, quiet country setting. So the kitchen has vinyl flooring, and it's got some nice hickory cabinets and a nice Whirlpool refrigerator, gas range, built-in microwave, and a dishwasher. It's not overly large, but it's a good working kitchen. And off of the kitchen, got a little dining room area. In here, you have hardwood flooring. Looks to be oak to me. And it's in pretty good shape. It is showing a little wear. You can kind of see where most of the traffic happens. The areas that aren't tread upon as often are in pretty darn good shape. So you get a nice family room area here off the dining room. And then off of the family room, you get a set of French doors that go out into the backyard. And out there's a hot tub with a nice stone patio area. In behind is a place where a person could have, a garden spot. These folks have a couple of dogs, so they have it fenced to let their pets out and keep them kind of contained so they don't have a garden there. But there's plenty of room to have a garden here on this 2.45 acre surveyed lot. We'll check out this whole floor before we head upstairs here. So let's go over here. So here's one of the 2 full baths right here. This one has a shower tub enclosure, vanity, and then here to the right would be the master or primary bedroom. This has, that's hard. That's got hardwood flooring as well. Got a nice closet area here. And I believe this bed is a queen, so you can kind of get a sense. There's plenty of room here to get all around. And then off of the primary is a very large bathroom. Got a vanity, and a toilet, and a stand-up shower, and vinyl plank flooring in here. Now, currently the laundry room is downstairs in this home. A renovation that a person could do if you wanted there's all kinds of room, and this is a large space. Plenty of room to move your washer, dryer from the basement area upstairs, and maybe put it in this area here with some storage, maybe some shelving. But you can kind of hear the echo. There's a lot of space in here. So the finished square footage of this home is roughly 2,300 square feet, which includes a portion of the basement which is finished. This is another bedroom. Again, currently the folks, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, but currently they are utilizing 2 bedrooms, and they got 2 areas set up as offices. But this again is another queen-size bed. You got your closet area. Again, hardwood oak flooring in here. We'll head up to the second floor. Now, I just got done doing a 3D Matterport tour, which took me about 3 hours to do all the scans. So if I'm kind of scooting right along through the interior of the home here on this video, if you want to see something in more detail, just contact us, and we'll send you the link to the listing, and there'll be a link to a 3D virtual tour, and you can on your computer, on your own time, you could walk through inch by inch and check out every nook and cranny, because it took me about 3 hours to do all the scans. It's great technology, so make use of it. But with that, let's head upstairs and check out this other office area. So this could be a sleeping loft if a person wanted to have more sleeping area. Currently, this is an office space for one of the 2 folks living here. And I've got kind of workstation envy looking at this setup here. It's pretty amazing. So, he's got a nice little area with a couch where you can take a break from staring at the computer screen and pick up your guitar and strum a couple chords. Then off of this area, this is unheated space out here, which is kind of over the garage area. More storage. Great place to put, your holiday decorations out of the way, but close. So let's head down into the basement. All right, so down here in the basement, the floor is poured concrete. In here, you get some sort of epoxy coating on the cement. So that's just cement that's painted with epoxy paint. And over here's the laundry room, the washer and dryer, and a folding station. This area here could be a gaming room. There's all kinds of outlets. Check this out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outlets down here on these walls. And I kind of like, this is a log home, but we're down in the basement. But when this was configured down here, they utilized V-match lumber, and then they stained the joints. And it really kind of gives it that log look. Even though this is not, down here, it's not log. It's just lumber. But it looks good. And then you got more storage over here. And here's some of your mechanicals. It's where your well pump comes in for your domestic water. The house is wired for a generator. It's not an automatic generator, but you got a transfer switch here, and there is a portable generator that will convey with the property up in the garage. So in the event of a power outage, you just need to flip a breaker or two. There's one. Here's the generator one here, which is currently off. So you would disconnect from the public utility and flip that breaker, and then you can power up the house with the generator. And this is the where the furnace is. You get into a hot water boiler, and you got a Boilermate over here for your domestic hot water. That's a large Boilermate, so you would never run out of hot water. If you had a bunch of guests here taking showers, no one's going to get a cold shower. So this is the bulkhead entrance from the outside down here. As you see, there's no stairs here. They don't utilize it. So if you wanted to utilize the bulkhead and carry things in and out, you'd have to build a set of stairs. But there currently is not a set of stairs there, but that's your bulkhead entrance. So you got more shelving down here in this workshop area to do projects. And then off of here, you've got more storage. Just kind of a wide open area. This is a pretty large home, 2,300 plus or minus square feet, with a 4-car attached garage and a nearly 2,900 square foot separate building that we'll head to next. So let's head up the stairs and across the parking lot and let's go check out that shop. So let's step inside this roughly 2,900 square foot shop building and check out the possibilities. So as you come in through the man door was a temporary addition. So there is a very large truck door that's got to be 14 or 16 feet to the top. So you could bring a full-size semi in here if you took this temporary man door structure down. The garage door is still in place, the tracks are there, the door is there, and this temporary wall was added. You could leave it, or if you want to bring it back to being a garage, the door is there. The same with this wall that was added here. This is a temporary wall, it's not load bearing, it was just added to segregate this area here. And this is all insulated, it is heated. You can see and also cooled, commercial grade mini split heat pump. And I think there's one in here too. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. There's the other mini split up there. But there is just so much space in here to have a body shop or garage. For me, like I mentioned, I'd put a lift in here and work on my own vehicles and have and probably have a project or two going, to restore an old something, to relive my youth. But this is just a heck of a building. Real tall ceilings, all kinds of space. And again, these walls are not load bearing on the interior portion here. So that stuff can all be removed and you can reconfigure this however you want. You know, I was just thinking when I was outside, I mean, a person could, there's room enough. You could literally build a tiny home in climate controlled space, you know, year round. In the summertime you could have cooling going on in here, and in the wintertime you could have heat, and rain would never touch your structure, your tiny home, and when you're done you could roll it out and you could put it right there and put a sign on it and someone would come and buy it. You know, what's exciting to me about this property at 129 Ledge Hill Road is there's nearly twice as much garage and shop space as there is living space in the house. The house is roughly 2,300 square feet of finished living space, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, nice home with a large attached garage in the shop building. Between the garage and the shop building, you get about 4,200 square feet of garage and shop. That's amazing. So what would you do with all this space? Put that in the comments. You know, I gave you a couple of ideas, but this is just a heck of a property. So if you're in the market for a country home, this is a great opportunity. Out here in Corinth on the Ledge Hill Road, you're roughly 15 minutes to Bangor. You get a nice log home, huge shop building, nearly 2.5 acres of land for $375,000. You want to give Rick Theriault, your Maine real estate guy, a call at area code 207-731-9902, or Nancy Theriault, call it 207-731-9901. And set up a time to come out here and check out this property and pour through it. But what an opportunity.